everyone, and welcome to the Stock Talk for January 8th. When we look at technical analysis of the S&P 500 SPY on the daily time frame, you've seen that the narrative has been the same and has not changed for several months now, and that is the prevailing trend continues to be pushing to the upside. We see the S&P 500 SPY making a new all-time high today, but that's not without some volatility that happened after market. So let's zoom in on the hourly time frame, and we can see that the S&P 500 on the hourly time frame for the past few days have been going back and forth between the moving averages. I've noticed in the past, and I've mentioned how the bears would need to take the hourly time frame before they have any chance at the daily time frame. And you can see how yesterday we closed above our moving averages, above our 50-period moving average. We did briefly dip below, but you can see how the buyers bought these dips, and we worked ourselves above all of our moving averages on the hourly time frame, and now we are continuously trending higher, made a new all-time high today. When we make an all-time high, I know sometimes it's quite intuitive, but not many people understand that making an all-time high is a positive sign for the bulls. So once again, hourly time frame shows favorability towards the bulls, and certainly the daily time frame shows the same direction at this point in time. You can see the red line, which is the marked long-term trend, continues to be pushing to the upside, and that is in the bullish direction. And so let's take a look at some of the other charts, and I'll address some of the other comments as well. But before we do that, really nothing here that really warrants a big point of caution in the short term. So let's move on to two tickers that we closed in our group today. The first was SOXL, which is bullish semiconductors. We closed this one at a 51.7% gain. This was over a period of 3 months, approximately 3 months from entry to exit. You can, of course, always take a look at our trades posted on our Facebook group and on our website, which you can find in the description box down below. So that was the first trade that we closed today, which is SOXL. There's a couple of reasons for SOXL. I think is still bullish for semiconductors, with broad markets being healthy, but you can see the MACD is curving a little bit lower at this period of time. So this is just taking a little bit of risk off, despite I think SOXL can move higher. Another one that we took off was SDOW. This was a short day trade that we did today. You can see SDOW, we entered at the beginning parts of the day, we exited at the later parts of the day. This was for a loss. So like I said, not all trades will work out. So yesterday we saw some weakness in the hourly time frames for the S&P 500 as well as the futures. So there was an initial position that the group took for a short. It didn't work out, it didn't pan out, and therefore it was exited at the end of the day. So broad market still looking pretty good despite some volatility. And you can see not every trade is positive in the group. I just want to give you some realistic expectations that not all trades will be double-digit gains, okay? All right, so we're going to go to a couple of your comments. So thank you, everyone, for making that comment. Remember, we do have a poll question, and that poll question is, if you want to answer it down below in the comment section, where do you think ES, or the S&P 500 futures, will close by the end of June, which is half year away from now? So June, if we kind of stretch this, is around right here. So this is half year away. We're right here currently. So mark in your answers. I already have some answers, but I'm not going to mark them in until the poll closes. So feel free to answer that down below. So far, I've read your comments, and I actually agree with some of your values. So let me just put it that way. And you can mark this in several ways. If you think we're going to end in this zone, just put a 0. If you think we're going to be above this area, you can also just put a 1. And if you think we're going to close somewhere below this zone, you can put a -1. So it's up to you. All right, great. So I want to start off with Giants and Rico. Thanks for the shout out. Just heard my name on the video. Hope you have a great new year. Yeah, I hope you have a great new year, Rico, as well. Good job on your trades. I've actually taken a look at some of the tickers that you talked about in the past. For example, here's your Snapchat. For example, Snap, and some other stickers that you've been doing actually quite well. Melanie, thank you for your response. Lon on SD, what's your take on crude and natural gas? on these levels, crude still have legs. So interesting. So mostly the crude analysis, natural gas, and gold analysis I will do for members. I actually did one today, but we'll take a look at one trend, which is crude 4/CL. So here's 4/CL, a big down day today. But like I said, for crude many times in the past, how crude can have these sizable moves towards the downside, but we can see that our most of these moves are towards the upside, and the trajectory here is pushing to the upside. So crude still has legs and probably some more, but short term we're experiencing a little bit of volatility. It was getting a little bit extended in the short term without a period of consolidation, so we're getting a little bit of consolidation currently, but I think it still has legs, certainly. If you were to take a look at some support levels, I think the 50 period moving average is an area of support. You can see it has acted as resistance a couple times in the past. Here. So it's just, again, this is an area of support. This coincides from around 57.87 to around the 50 period moving average around 58.60. So thank you, Lon on SD, for that. And Space Ghost, your response was for the poll question and potentially a correction the first half of the year. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Joe Mar. And then we got the Russian name that I can't pronounce. Thank you for your responses in terms of where the markets could go. So thanks everyone for watching this video. Keep track of the markets. I'll come back if anything changes. As you can see, I don't really need to do stock talks every day when the market is generally moving in the same direction every day. But I want to come back, give an update, because there was some aftermarket volatility yesterday. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. If you have not checked it out, I do want to mention a shout out to Robin Track. Robin Track is a partner with us, and it tracks how many Robinhood users hold a particular stock. So you can actually, for example, if you're interested in a stock, let's say Tesla, because everyone's really interested in Tesla nowadays because it's breaking out. When you're interested in Tesla, you can see how many people are holding Tesla in the how many Robinhood users are holding Tesla on the Robin Track website. That link is in the description box down below. I think it's something very interesting to glance at now and then that might potentially help your trades. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.